Do I speak you fair, or rather do I in plainest truth tell you that I do not, nor cannot love you?
And even for that do I love you the more.
Poor Helena. Neither she nor the man she haunts can see they are pawns in a game of mismatched wants. The actors rehearsing Midsummer Night's Dream say Shakespeare's writing flows as an effervescent stream.
I mean, it really makes you love your, the English language, and you never knew it could be like that, with the iambic pentameter and just how rich it is. Absolutely.
Everybody's here for the same reason. We all enjoy the material, we all enjoy the social aspect of it, the education of it. We're all here because we love what we're doing.
You crawl down stage to get your breath, and then take a curl up like this, and then that gives her time to cut you off.
Great.
Milt Zoth directs the cast and crew in St. Louis Shakespeare's production that few will malign.
I used to act a lot, and once I got out of graduate school and started directing, I thought I like this side of the coin better.
His goal, to spread Will's words as far as they can reach, extends to the classrooms in which he doth teach.
Hermia's best friend Helena is as beautiful as Hermia, but she doesn't think she is, and she can't understand why Demetrius doesn't love her.
How does one teach Shakespeare?
You have to start with the language. You have to have the student understand that, yes, this language is different from our language, the modern vernacular that we have today, but once we read it together and read it out loud, I think Shakespeare must be read out loud. In fact, Shakespeare should be seen more than read. But then you start understanding how the language is used, and then from there we talk about the behaviors of the people. And I think what really excites them is the stories, because the stories themselves are about the human condition, just like the stories we have today. And they're very powerful, and they're very deep, and the students really get into it.
In the woods, there's an invisible world.
This all has an impact on fertile young minds, in particular those whose thoughts are inclined to drift toward the stage and an acting career.
I definitely feel lucky.
Take note of Miss Lindley, a Kirkwood High senior who holds theater dear.
One of the fairies was unable to be in the show anymore, and Mr. Zoth asked me to be one of the fairies, so now I play Peace Blossom.
Worm nor snail, to no offense.
It's much different than high school theater. The people, they take it upon themselves to learn what they need to learn.
This performance for students may get them to see how alive and how timeless these stories can be.
A big goal with this is to have these kids come in and see the show and walk out having an understanding of the basic plot, but coming away with the feeling of, I saw Shakespeare today and I really enjoyed it. And it opens that little window in their mind to not only seeing Shakespeare, but seeing any live theater again in the future.
Ladies, you, whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor.
The play within a play so wrote caused gales of laughter when script was spoke.
When lion rough in wildish rage doth roar.
There were, they found, more sounds to hear than just mere words upon the ear.
Up and down.
The rushing wind one almost feels. The sound effects all seem so real. It's one man's job to make the squall, the crashing thunder, the weather all.
Anything you hear on the stage, other than the spoken word, comes within the realm of the sound designer. So that can be music, it can be thunder, it can be lightning, it can be the sound of a battle, the sounds of horses arriving from the distance, whatever. So it encompasses all sound effects and music that you'll hear in the production. Magic sounds, which our director Milt Zoth described to me as, I need a whoosh here, I need a boing there.
Mine ear is much enamored of thy note, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape. And thy fair virtue's force, her force doth move me on first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Behold Titania, the fairy she rules, and the actress who plays her is driven and fueled by love of the bard. Hence her success. For 22 years, she's led this troupe without regress. And that's quite an accomplishment considering how many theater companies have come and gone.
Yeah, and every time you see another theater company disappear, it always makes me very wary and think, there but for the grace of God go I, because I think so many theaters in town are one bad season away from closing, because it is so precarious financially. But, you know, we just...
What is your secret?
Work hard, don't sleep. No deficit spending is the big one.
A tragedy of star-crossed lovers, a murderous king with witches hover, an English monarch history all presented by this company. And they'll continue with abandon till they have staged the entire canon.
We're getting there. Out of 37, I think after this summer we'll only have about 6 more to go.
Aegeus, I will overbear your will. For in the temple by and by with us, these couples shall eternally be knit.
So sweet this ending as all is made right. A few parting words as we bid you good night.
I thought it was a really great show. I like the actors and actresses, and they all put on a really great performance.
I really liked the different personalities that was in the play.
It was awesome.
It was really good. Fantastic.
My favorite character was Bottom because he's just hilarious. And Midsummer's is my favorite Shakespeare play anyway.
When you've created something and you're in the audience and you can see and hear and feel the audience reacting and responding to what you've put on stage, that's worth every minute you've spent in rehearsal. That's just the most gratifying part of it.